that do a whole lot of nothing. Let's make them do something. Who made it work? Who made the remove button work? More people than that made the remove button work. I saw more hands. Who made the remove button work? All right. Let me see those again one more time. Keep them up. Rate them high. How about Kyle? Want to tell us all about it?
Basically, for the remove, I just found the item because I assigned an ID to that one. So I got the ID, then I just removed that list item from the unremoved list.
Okay. I didn't put an ID there, did I?
Yeah, I did definitely so.
But I did have a data ID on there.
Sure.
You could do it that way. So basically, he found it by ID and removed it. So I'm not sure how I'm going to get that from here necessarily, the way I've built mine. And I'd like to be able to do it without changing my markup if I possibly can. So what else could I do? Who else did it? Come on, guys. Evan, how'd you do it?
I just added an event listener. I added all my buttons, and then I made a constant. Had all the child nodes from the list, which were all the buttons, and I just each one I just added an event listener, all the different methods.
Okay, so let's do one thing at a time. Here we got to add an event listener, right? We got to make it so that when the button is clicked, something happens. So let's go ahead and make the method for the something that's going to happen. Let's put it down here after render list item. Oh man, I forgot my comma, so I'm going to have to add it. Let's call it remove dino. For right now I'm just going to put console log remove comma. So where should I add the event listener? Where should I add that code? Should I put it up in the init with the other one? I already added an event listener up there. Is that where I should do it? Why not? Why not, Zoe? So if I put document.querySelector whatever button up here, what's it going to find? It's going to find the one in the template and add an event listener to that. So when I copy it, will the event listener go with it? Make a copy of the event listener? It won't. I'll spoil it for you. That doesn't work, unfortunately. So I have to make sure that when I add this event listener, that the darn thing exists on the page. It doesn't exist yet when we do init. So where should I put it? After it exists. How about in render list item? That's where we're doing all this other stuff. All right. So we need to find the button. We need to make sure it's that button, so we will search within the current item just like we did to find the dino name. So inside item, I will do a query selector. It's a button with a class of remove. I need to add an event listener. First argument to add event listener is the event we're listening for. What event are we listening for this time? We want something to happen when we blank the button. When we what the button? Click the button. The string click. Very good. And then what do we want to happen? We want this.remove dino to happen. This.remove dino. Do I put open close parens here? No. That would be the return value. We want the actual function. Let's see. Refresh the page. Add something to the page. Heidi. Thesaurus. Click. Remove. All right, we successfully added an event listener. We're old pros at that, though. That's boring. Let's make it actually do the thing. So we've got to find the thing that we want to remove. What do we want to remove? The list item. How do we get to the list item? What do we have access to inside there? We could get the button, right? How could we get the button from inside remove dyno? The event target, right? So don't forget we need event listed in the arguments. So event.target. What if we just say event target remove? Refresh. Deanna Saurus. Yay, the remove button's gone. We told it to remove. It did. That's not what we want to remove, though. We want to remove the whole LI. So we can use query selector to look further down the tree at something's descendants to hunt for a selector. It'd be nice if we could search in the opposite direction, up the tree, for something that matches a selector. Anybody know how to do that? Anybody know how to do that with jQuery? There is a way. Let's try JS DOM closest. Closest. Oh, it's another darn experimental technology. Let's read about it. Returns the closest ancestor of the current element or the current element itself, which matches the selectors given in the parameter. So it'll look at its parent parent, until it finds one that matches. But it actually starts looking with the element itself. So if that happens to be a match, it'll just stop looking right there. So it doesn't start with the parent, it starts with itself, and then the parent and other ancestors. So const list item equals event.target.closest. What selector do we want to use? What selector do you want to use? We want it to match what rule? We're looking for the item, right? We could look for LI or something. Personally, I like looking for the class of dyno because we put that on each LI. And this way, if we change it from an LI to a div or something, as long as that class is still there, it keeps working. And there's actually nothing in our JavaScript right now that demands that it be an LI. We're no longer using create element, we're just cloning something. So then we could say list item remove. Name a dinosaur. Raptor. Will it work? Works. Oh yeah, experimental. Let's look at the compatibility table. It's a little better than the other one. Works in an earlier version of Chrome and an earlier version of Firefox. It works in Edge, Opera, and Safari, just not Internet Explorer. Well, you know what? We're just going to live with that for right now. We're just going to live with that. But know that closest is not super, super widely supported, but it's pretty widely supported. The latest version of everything works. You're asking a question, Tom, or just doing a thing with your hand? Okay, cool. I like it. I approve. Git add. Remove dynos from the list, but not the array just yet.